Welcome to Prefab Pathfinders. Today, we're exploring the timeless charm of Barndominium homes, a design movement that's redefining American housing. Whether you're researching your first build or just curious about this style, you're in the right place. From their bold metal exteriors to their open, flowing interiors, barndominiums balance modern living with practical design. We'll walk through what makes these homes work, room by room, feature by feature, real spaces built by real families. Before we begin, subscribe if you want honest breakdowns on alternative housing every week. Like the video if it helps, and drop a comment with the barndominium feature you'd build first. Let's get into it. A barndominium starts with honest proportions. Metal exterior, simple roofline, wide spans. The structure doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It's a steel-framed building designed for living, and that clarity shows. Most sit low on the land, horizontal lines, minimal decoration. The beauty is in the form itself, not what's added to it. Walk up to a barndominium and you notice the porch first. Deep overhang, metal roof extending past the walls. It's functional, keeps rain off the entry, shades windows in summer, but it also frames the approach, makes the home feel grounded. Large windows punctuate the facade, not decorative, intentional, bringing light in, connecting inside to outside. The whole exterior reads as one clean gesture. Open the door and there's no grand foyer. You're immediately in the space. Vaulted ceiling overhead, beams running the length of the structure. Concrete or wide plank floors underfoot. The volume hits you, not because it's decorated, because it's uninterrupted. No hallways, no chopped up rooms, just open area that flows. Kitchen, dining, living, all one space. The kitchen anchors one end, island in the center. Dining flows from there, living area beyond. It's not formally separated. It doesn't need to be. The ceiling height and the beam structure define zones without walls. Natural light floods in from multiple directions. Large windows on the ends, sometimes clerestory windows up high. The whole space breathes. The kitchen is straightforward. Cabinetry runs along one wall or forms an L. Island provides extra prep space and casual seating. Counters are durable, easy to clean, built to last. Open shelving holds everyday dishes, everything visible, nothing hidden behind closed doors you'll never open. Appliances are modern but unfussy, stainless or lighting hangs over the island, task-focused but architectural. It's a kitchen designed around actual cooking, not showcasing. The living area doesn't announce itself. It's just the natural place you end up. Comfortable seating,
a rug defining the zone, maybe a fireplace, linear, modern, built into the structure. The focus isn't on the TV or the decor, it's on the people, on the view outside. Furniture stays low, so sightlines remain open. Everything feels connected to everything else. Bedrooms sit off to one side or at one end, separated from the main volume, but still part of the flow. Each room gets natural light, high ceilings, simple finishes, platform beds, minimal nightstand. The palette stays neutral, warm grays, natural wood, white walls. Textures add interest, linen bedding, woven throws. It's designed for rest, not display. More barndominiums include dedicated office space now. A desk near a window, good light, minimal distraction. Shelving keeps things organized without filling the room. The same open ceiling that makes the living area feel large does the same here. You're working in a space that feels part of the home, not tucked into a corner. It's functional, quiet when needed, connected when you want.
Barndominium bathrooms lean industrial but stay warm. Large format tile, walk-in showers, floating vanities. Materials mix, matte black fixtures against warm wood or concrete. Mirrors stay simple, sometimes backlit, never ornate. The same design language from the rest of the home carries through. Clean, functional, thoughtfully detailed. One of the strongest aspects of barndominium design is how it handles outdoor space. Large doors, often sliding or folding glass. The line between inside and outside blurs intentionally. Covered patios extend the footprint without adding enclosed square footage. Ceiling fans keep air moving. Simple furniture makes it livable. You're not looking at the outdoors, you're part of them. Lighting in a barndominium does two things. During the day, natural light dominates. Large windows, strategic placement. At night, fixtures take over. Pendants, sconces, simple shapes. The industrial aesthetic fits the structure. Exposed bulbs, metal shades, clean lines. Lighting isn't decoration, it's architecture. Storage in a barndominium is built in or it's furniture. Mudrooms handle gear. Walk-in closets keep bedrooms clear. Kitchen pantries hold overflow. The open floor plan only works if you're not tripping over clutter, so storage gets planned early, integrated, intentional. Everything has a home. That's what keeps the openness breathable. The clean structure doesn't mean sterile. Personal touches matter. A vintage piece of furniture, art that means something, family photos. Color comes in through textiles, a bold rug, throw pillows. Plants soften the metal and concrete. The framework is neutral,
What you bring in makes it yours. Barndominiums work because they're honest. The structure is visible. The materials are straightforward. Nothing is hidden. Nothing is pretending. It's modern without being cold, open without being empty. And it scales. Small builds feel spacious. Large builds don't feel excessive. The design language stays consistent. That's the timeless charm of barndominium homes. Not trends, not hype, just thoughtful design that prioritizes how people actually live. If this helped, subscribe to Prefab Pathfinders. I break down real housing options every week. Comment below with the barndominium feature that speaks to you most, and I'll see you in the next one.